Welcome to the Stoic Quotient. You cannot say I love you and still walk in hate. You cannot say I love that person and still carry hate in your heart. Love isn't something you get to compartmentalize. It's not a little light you shine on one person and leave the rest of the world in darkness. It's not a warm feeling you save for just one person while bitterness brews everywhere else inside you. When love is deep, honest, unconditionality changes you. It stretches you. It expands your heart, your patience, your perspective. And that expansion doesn't stop at the person you're in love with. It flows outward. It softens how you see the world. It rewires how you speak to others, how you think about strangers, how you respond to things that once irritated you. You cannot say, I love her or I love him, and then turn around and spit hatred at people who think differently from you. You cannot say you love someone and then say, I hate people, or I hate this job, or I hate that car, or I hate this life. That's not how love works. The words we speak shape the reality we live in. Every time you speak hate, even if it's about something seemingly small, you are feeding a part of you that's working against love. It's easy to dismiss those little expressions of hate. We say things like, I hate traffic, I hate pineapple on pizza, or I hate Mondays, without thinking twice. But when we speak that way constantly, we create a habit of resistance, a pattern of negativity. And that energy doesn't just stay in those little things, it bleeds into how we see people, how we treat our partners, how we show up in love. Love and hate are opposing forces. One expands you, the other constricts you. One heals, the other divides. They cannot grow in the same soil. So, if you're planting seeds of hate, don't be surprised when love struggles to flourish. When you truly love someone, you begin to love life differently. You start to slow down. You become more aware. You notice the way they laugh, the way the sunlight hits their skin, the sound of their voice in quiet rooms. And through that awareness, you begin to develop appreciation not just for them, but for everything. You start to become more patient with your parents. You speak with more kindness to your friends. You give strangers the benefit of the doubt. You stop rushing through life trying to control everything, and instead you start to flow with it. That's what real love does. It doesn't just change your relationship. It transforms you into a human being. But if you're saying I love you with your mouth while your heart is filled with resentment toward the world, that's not love. That's an attachment. That's comfort. That's dependency is dressed up as devotion. Real love, the kind that transforms, isn't selective. It teaches you compassion. It teaches you understanding. It teaches you how to hold space for things you don't understand and people you don't always agree with. Of course, you're not going to like everything or everyone. That's not the point. You're allowed to have preferences. You can dislike certain foods. You can find some people who are hard to connect with. But disliking something is very different from hating it. When you operate from love, you can acknowledge your dislikes without needing to attack or reject. You can let things be without needing to control them. You don't need to hate pineapple on pizza, you can just not eat it. You don't need to hate someone's voice, you can just choose not to engage. You don't need to hate the job, you can make plans to move on. That's what peace looks like. That's what love teaches. When you love deeply, you stop needing to declare war on everything you don't enjoy. You stop needing to fight so hard, because love gives you peace, and when you have peace, you don't need to hate to feel powerful. You begin to respond instead of reacting. You listen more. You see people for whom they are beneath the surface. You start to notice the little boy behind the angry man, the broken spirit behind the defensive woman. You begin to understand that everyone is carrying something. That's the beauty of love. It humbles you. It brings you closer to human experience. It makes you want to do better, be better, not just for the person you love, but for the world you live in. So, no, you cannot say, I love her, or I love him, and still live a life of division. You can't love with one hand and push the world away with the other. You can't hold someone with tenderness and walk through life with clenched fists. That's not real love. That's not what love is meant to be. Let your love be real enough to reach beyond one person. Let it reach your thoughts, your words, your actions. Let it reach your wounds, your habits, your prejudices. Let it reach the way you treat the stranger in traffic, the server at the restaurant, the person who thinks differently than you. Because when you love truly, when you let love in, it doesn't stay small. It grows, it overflows. It spills into the cracks and corners of everything you touch. It makes you lighter. It makes you softer. It makes you whole. And slowly, the words I hate begin to lose their power in your life. Not because everything becomes perfect, but because you've become more peaceful, more grounded, more full. And that is the kind of love that heals. That is the kind of love that doesn't just change relationships, it changes lives. So no, don't just say, I love that person. Live in a way that proves it. Let it show in the way you treat people. Let it show in the way you speak. Let it show in the way you forgive. Let it show in the way you love everything better. Because the more you love, the more you become love, and when you become love, you become the healing this world has been waiting for. If this insight resonated with you, like, subscribe, and share your experience. Until next time on the Stoic Quotient, be brave, stay resilient, and keep growing boldly. Thanks for watching.